The last video was an intro to deep learning. So what's the difference between deep learning and machine learning? In the last video I said, neural networks are a type of machine learning algorithm technique. Now, in this video I say there's a difference between deep learning and machine learning. Was I wrong? Is this a contradiction? Much of my AI education relies on AI. So, if I'm wrong, the AI sources are wrong. Good, not my fault, that's not my job. My job is to wrap my non-professional head around a technology that changes every day, chronicle my journey making videos, and make dumb bots without coding, working towards the day I can make a smart bot. Perhaps my videos and dumb bots will help someone somewhere. Perhaps they will even help me. At the very least, some people will find my late to the party struggle hilarious. But there is no way I can be everything to everybody all the time. That's AI's job. Breathe. Let's talk about semantics. AI technology is evolving. Therefore, AI language can be liquid and slippery by the time it reaches the layman public, depending on interpretation. For example, smart and dumb. Regarding AI technology, there can be degrees and specifications for these words. Think dumb, dumber, and dumbest. AI intelligence is more closely linked to activities and tasks, so levels of performance have to do with the autonomy needed to make complex decisions to complete a task the same or better than a human. Here is another semantic trap. Be careful using the words training and learning regarding AI processes. They mean different things in different situations, or with different applications. I will oversimplify many things in these videos because, remember what my job is. Also, remember, oversimplification is not accurate, but it might help you mind map complicated concepts. Like in your brain's neural network processing data by using hidden layers for pattern recognition and to weight and bias for output action or decision. Here is an oversimplification about training and learning you might find helpful. AI training tends to take less time and does not update unless retrained, like employee training, and AI learning is like continual education. The two terms vary by what is needed, when it happens, how it is computed, the time required, and how adaptable it needs to be. Although, don't be surprised if there are variations to this list. There seem to be differences of opinion, so it might be best to ask questions to find out which AI model is learning, and how much time and effort is involved when people use these two terms. Which leads us back to the topic of this video, deep learning versus machine learning. I don't think I contradicted myself, as stated at the beginning of this video, because way back in math class, there were sets, subsets, and supersets. There are also hierarchies and taxonomies. I'm not stalling. Before describing the difference between two things, let's put them into a relationship, the AI universe. The last video mentioned neural networks. Like the human brain, neurons and their networks are the foundation of other types of thinking, calculation, and AI models. This is the basic learning machine, like a baby's brain. From this point onward, relationships get confusing. Think of AI as a superset, and everything is inside. Now we need to talk about AI models. Most relationship model diagrams show nested circles or disks like these. But perhaps the truth is closer to multiple ellipses that overlap strategically, like the following image. Or maybe the truth is a cross between the previous diagram and this one. I just doubt that the taxonomy would be so neat and tidy when this is an organic evolution that gets modified every day per industry. However, staying in the AI and data universes, without adding the convolutions of other industries like finance or medicine, for example, did not lead to a consensus of information inside the circles. For the record, I like the ellipse diagram because, using that, it is not a contradiction to say, neural networks are a type of machine learning algorithm technique, because neural networks overlap both deep learning and machine learning. Like most humans, I like selective evidence. Finally, I asked AI to explain itself, and I have to admit that I like the oversimplification. This makes it more human. It is learning to embrace inaccuracy for speed and simplicity, thereby forsaking all truth. Smartbot. If you doubt this explanation is from ChatGPT, here is the citation that doesn't tell you much. Here's the explanation. 1. Neural network. The foundation. Analogy, a baby's brain. 2. Deep learning DL advanced neural network. A type of machine learning that uses neural networks with many layers. Deep layers extract higher level features from data. Good at complex patterns in images, text, and speech. Analogy. A high school student learning algebra. 3. Language model LM. Specialized deep learning model. Processes and generated human language. Predicts next words. Example. GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer Model. Analogy, a college student specializing in literature and grammar. 4. Large Language Model, LM, Superpowered Language Model. Very large language model trained on massive amounts of text. Billions to trillions of parameters to improve language comprehension, generates text, translates languages, answer questions, and writes code. Examples, GPT-4, BERT, Llama, Claude, Palm. Analogy, a university professor's lifetime of books. I assume tenured. Then, it asked me if I wanted a more simplified version. Way to insult my intelligence, bad bot. Finally, it gave me a neat diagram that I had to recreate because it got clipped off on the left side and some text was written over. Dumb bot. Pretty simple, right? I guess it takes humans to overcomplicate nested circles. After seeing the relationships between AI models, let's change the title of this video from Deep Learning versus Machine Learning to Deep Learning and Machine Learning. Why did I use versus in the title? I guess because I know that people like to fight, so phrase everything as if it's a battle. That will get attention. Next time, we'll cover how different models are trained and how they learn. The working title is Training versus Learning. Or do you like We Don't Need No Education better? Vote in the comments.